Hey, rock stars, it's Amy. I am back for the 12 days of Plexus. Today is day 5, and today we're going to be talking about the XFactor family, the original, the plus, and the kids. So if you're just now joining us, this is the 12 days of Plexus, where every day for 12 days, I am sharing with you information about our products, how they work in our bodies, the science behind them, and answer questions for anyone who's on the live with me. If you watch every day and you comment on all 12 of them, Steve and I are going to draw names and we're going to give away one of every product we talk about. So you still have the rest of the time. It ends on, I believe, Christmas Eve is the 12th day. So go back and watch them if you haven't. The team page keeps them in the video tab. So you can either click the video tab on the left. If you're on your phone, it's in the video album. So very, very easy to find. So make sure you go back and watch them. Yesterday we talked about Block. I've already talked about BioCleanse, ProBio, and Vital Biome, and then also Slim. So today, hey guys, hey Amber, hey Debbie. Today I'm going to talk about the XFactor family. So this video is probably going to be just a little bit longer because it's 3 products and it's 3 incredible products. But I'm going to talk to you about why you need to be on one of these, help you decide maybe which one is best for you. I'm going to talk about the kids, the science. I'm going to talk about why this is the best vitamin on the market. I'm also going to tell you how it can help you with your weight loss. A lot of people don't think a vitamin can help you with your weight loss, but it actually can. I'm going to tell you why. I gotta tell you, I'm looking kind of rough, guys. I'm in Ohio, and I live in Houston where it's humid all the time. Every time I come to Ohio, for like the first 4 or 5 days, my hair and my skin are in like culture shock. Like they're like, where is the humidity? It's so dry here. Like I'm cracked and peeling under my eyes. My eyelids are dry and peeling. My hair is a hot mess. My body is screaming for the humidity to come back. So apologize for the hot mess express here, but listen, let's talk about XFactor. There are 3 products in the XFactor family. When you hear me talk about original XFactor, it's this one right here. It's the multivitamin, okay? When you hear me talk about XFactor Plus, it's also the multivitamin. We're going to talk about the difference. And then when you hear me talk about XFactor Kids, it's the kids multivitamin and probiotic in one. Yes, that's excellent. Okay, crush it up. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about, let's talk about the kids vitamin first. Melissa, you brought it up. Let's talk about this. This is a very, very unique product. It's the only one like it on the market that contains a multivitamin, a methylated multivitamin. We'll talk about why that's important, and a probiotic for kids all in one. So listen. If you know anything about kids, over 60% of kids do not get enough vitamin D, K, or E. They also have a messed up gut. So just like we've been talking about our gut health, children also have a leaky gut. And it starts actually from birth. Just to educate a little bit, when a child is born, when they pass through the birth canal, they take their first gulp, right, of their microbiome from their mother, and that begins the proper mix that they need of the good bacteria and the bad bacteria, right? Well, guess what happens nowadays? A lot of kids don't go through the birth canal because you've had to have a C-section. That's fine. They're necessary. But the side effect is that those kids are already starting off at a disadvantage in their microbiome. If your baby breastfeeds, that's the other place that they get the balance of good and bad bacteria that their body is supposed to have. So babies that don't breastfeed don't get that proper balance. And babies who get antibiotics, I know there are several of my friends' babies got them in the hospital, especially if they're in the NICU, right? Antibiotics are absolutely necessary. Adelaide was on them before she was 6 months old, right? Little kids get sick. However, that also jacks up their gut. So kids also suffer from a leaky gut. The thing about this is that it contains those vitamins and the probiotic in one, so you do not have to give them 2 different supplements. Now, this is brand new. They just reformulated it. The original XFactor Kids did not have the probiotic, and it was a sour grape taste. This is Tropical Splash. They reformulated it. It's methylated. They added the probiotic. It has 13 essential vitamins. And here's the great thing, guys, about all of our XFactor. It's bioavailable. So what does that mean? All right, let's talk about that because it's important for all 3 of the vitamins, especially the kids. Methylation basically means that your body can actually utilize and absorb that vitamin. Okay, so if you know somebody, or if maybe you're even not taking XFactor, you're taking like one a day or Century or whatever some of those women's and men's multivitamins are, they are junk. And I can say that because I'm educated now on vitamins. I used to take them before too. I took one a day. I took Centrum. I didn't know. They are synthetic vitamins and they're not methylated. So when you look at the label, for instance, all of our B12 are the methylated form. So it's methylcobalamin, right? It's not just cobalamin. They're all methylated. That's important, especially for B vitamins and folate. Because if your body can't absorb them, it doesn't do any good. You're eating those vitamins and they're doing nothing. Your body's not absorbing them, so it can't use it into anything, right? So this is why vitamins are so important, but you have to be on the vitamin that your body can actually use. I used to take vitamins off and on, and I never felt a difference. So I'm like, well, these don't do anything. Well, it's because I was on a vitamin that my body couldn't even use. I'm eating it and just peeing it right out. So we also have the methylated form of folate in all of our vitamins. That's important because 60% of the population, they have what's called the MTHFR gene mutation. Some people are walking around, they don't even know they have it. You have to have a blood test to determine if you have it. But if you ever have someone who tells you they're very sensitive to medications and medications affect them differently, or dosages affect them differently, or if they tell you medicines don't work for them, they most likely have that gene mutation and they don't realize it. Their body cannot use folate. It actually turns toxic. So they cannot take regular vitamins. So it's very, very, very important. Methylation for folate, it helps you produce healthy blood cells. It also helps your body stay balanced. It's very, very important. I encourage you guys to go do some of your own research on methylation. There are over 250 biochemical processes in the body that rely on the methylated forms of those vitamins, right? And if you're not getting them, it can actually tell certain genes in your body to turn off. It could tell certain DNA to stop replicating. So without proper methylation, our body systems would break down or they'd start making mistakes, right? They start getting slower. So it's really important that if you're taking B, especially you're taking the folic acid, especially like for when we're pregnant and you have to take extra folate, right? I didn't take a methylated form of folate. I didn't know about it back then. So methylation, very important. It is in both of these. Let me just jump in here. Yeah, oh, thanks, Debbie. Now, XFactor Kids, they changed the dosage, right, to now if they are 4 and older, they take 2. If they are between the ages of 2 and 4, they take 1. Now, I put Adelaide on the XFactor Kids when she was under 2 years old. I took it to her pediatrician. She loved it. She approved it. She changed the dosage based on Adelaide's weight. So if your child's under 2, I recommend you ask your pediatrician because for Adelaide and her weight, she needed 1/4 of one of these of the old XFactor. Now, they're tropical splash flavor. And let me tell you, Adelaide takes them. She likes them a little bit better than the original. She thought the original was getting a little bit too sour. But guys, who cares if they don't like them? I'm sorry. You're the parent. Make them take it. It's worth it. You want them to be healthy. So whatever you got to do. I just make Adelaide take it. She didn't want to take it this morning. I said, nope. 5 seconds, chew it up, drink some water, let's go. And she took both of them. Other parents I've heard, Caitlin on our team has a parent who actually wraps it in candy. Around Halloween, she saved some of the candy wrappers, wrap these up in candy wrappers. All of a sudden, because it's in a candy wrapper, their kid takes it. Hey, listen, it's still a vitamin. While it tastes good, I've tried it. Steve actually took one the other day. It tastes good. It's still a vitamin. I mean, it still is something that kids aren't going to be like jumping up and down for, right? Make them take it anyway. It's got 13 essential nutrients for their mind and their body as they're growing. It has all 8 B vitamins, and it's clinically proven, guys, for immunity. So it supports their immune health. It supports their gut and digestive health. So a lot of kids have trouble going potty. A lot of kids are constipated. So many pediatricians are putting kids on Miralax. That stuff is not any good. It's full of chemicals. My nephew last Christmas had not pooped for like 4 days, and the doctor had him on that 3 times a day Miralax, and nothing was moving. And so I actually back then gave him half a BioCleanse and 1 ProBio, and he went right away. So if you know somebody whose kids are on that Miralax, get them on Plexus. We can help, and it's natural, and it's gentle, and it's not going to come with these side effects, right? It's also clinically proven for brain function. It's vegetarian, it's gluten-free, it's non-GMO, and here's the cool thing, guys, it's sugar-free. Did you know that gummy vitamins that you give your kiddos, because they taste like candy, those add up to 6 pounds of extra sugar a year that they're eating? Now, it's a teeny tiny amount per vitamin, but when you add those up, that's an extra 6 pounds of sugar that kids are eating every year. And if you heard my video yesterday, you know how bad sugar is for us. This is free of sugar. It's also free of artificial flavors, artificial colors, artificial sweeteners. And the cool thing is it's free of common allergens. So no dairy, no eggs, no fish, no shellfish, no peanuts, no wheat, no tree nuts, and no soybeans. Look, when Plexus sets out to make the best kids vitamin out there, they do it. They don't cut corners. They don't go for cheaper ingredients. They want the best. It's also clinically proven for healthy eyes and strong bones. So it's really, really, really good for your kiddos. Now, the probiotic in it has 3 clinically studied strains, which most kids' probiotics, if you look at Culturelle, it's the popular one. It's the one your pediatrician's going to recommend because they don't know about Plexus, right? Culturelle has 1 probiotic strain, and it's not the strain that's clinically proven to help with immunity and digestion and overall health and wellness for kids, right? So bottom line, get them on the XFactor Kids. It is worth it. Yes, it's fantastic. And let me tell you, I have a little bit of a cough. My daughter, Adelaide, woke up this morning a little snotty. You know what I can guarantee? I can guarantee that neither of us are going to develop into a full-blown cold or anything crazy. It's going to go away in a couple days. Because for 2 years, her and I have been on the triplex. She's been on the probiotic. And we have been working on our gut health and our immunity. So you're going to think I'm exaggerating, guys, but Adelaide has not had a fever or a cold or a snotty nose or the flu in 2 years. And look, she goes to school. She's in jiu-jitsu. She's in gymnastics. She's around snot, and she's touching toys that have snot on them, and kids are coughing on her, right? Like, and she's hugging her friends and licking hands and all that gross stuff kids do. But she has such strong immunity because I make her take these whether she likes it or not. So I don't have to worry about her getting sick. So even when she woke up this morning a little snotty, I made her take 2 of these right away. I gave her an extra ProBio. I know we're going to knock out the funk, and she's not going to end up having a cold for the next 7 days. So this is XFactor Kids. Yeah, whatever it takes, put it in the candy wrapper. You know, like this morning, guys, Adelaide did not want to take it, but I'm the mom, right? You're going to take it. You're going to stand there until you don't take it. And I ended up making it a game. I said, I bet you can't eat it in 5 seconds. Or I said, I bet you can't eat it in 10 seconds. She said, I can eat it in 5. See how easy that is? So make him take it. It's good. Now, let's talk about for us. Let's talk about XFactor Original and XFactor Plus. I'm going to talk about what is the same with these 2 vitamins first because they are incredible. And then I'll talk about what makes this one plus and help you guys decide which one you want because you may not know it. I am still on the original. I do not take XFactor Plus, and I will tell you why. So 1, methylation. We talked about that. Very important. Both of them are fully methylated, okay? Which means your body is actually going to absorb the B, the folate, the vitamins that are in it. If you do not take a methylated vitamin, you're just going through the motion. You're taking a vitamin, your body can't use it, okay? So methylation, very important. The other thing, guys, about XFactor, I don't know if you guys know it, but fast food sales have increased 2,000% in the last 20 years. So we're not eating very healthy. Only 10% of Americans, 10%, eat the daily recommended fruits and veggies, okay? over half of Americans take a multivitamin every day. So half of America knows that vitamins are important. Only 10% of Plexus ambassadors and customers order XFactor. How sad is that? They love our probiotic, they love our Slim, they're still buying women's health or men's health or whatever off of the shelf, and it's not helping them, okay? So you need to take a multivitamin because we're overfed, but we're undernourished, right? In America in general. So, excuse me, goodness. Plexus, XFactor, both of them, gluten-free, vegetarian, methylated. They both contain aloe. Let me tell you a little bit about aloe. This is something I had to research on my own when I first started. Aloe Vera has a wide variety of health benefits. The cool thing about it, though, it helps your body absorb the nutrients you take in up to 300 times better. Not just from the vitamin, but from the food you eat if you're taking aloe, right? So that means if you're eating healthy food, your body's going to absorb even more of all of the good stuff. Now, this is important for those of us who have absorption issues. If you are hypothyroid, if you have an autoimmune disease, your body cannot absorb nutrients, especially with hypothyroid. If you have a candida overgrowth, candida in your gut inhibits absorption, okay? So when you're hypothyroid, that lack of being able to absorb properly, that's why you gain the weight. That's why when we're hypothyroid, we look at a potato chip and we gain 10 pounds. That's why when we're hypothyroid, we starve ourselves, we do the liquid diets, the meal replacements, the crazy things, and we still can't gain or lose the weight. It's because when your body does not absorb the nutrients you eat, when you eat healthy, it thinks it's starving. And when your body thinks it's starving, our bodies are really smart. It goes into a survival mode and it holds on to those fat stores. Because look, the body's going to take care of itself first. It doesn't care what you look like in a bathing suit. So when your body thinks it's starving because it cannot absorb the nutrients you're eating, it's going to hold on to those fat stores because it needs them. It needs them to function. So for me, I started on the triplex, started feeling amazing, lost a couple of inches. When I added XFactor, because of the methylation, because of that aloe, the weight started to come off because my body finally was absorbing the nutrients that it needed. That's why aloe is so important in this. Okay, you got the methylated vitamins your body's going to use, but then on top of it, you have the aloe. That means all of the good foods you're eating, your body's going to use up to 300 times more of it. Aloe also acts as a super highway, and it gets those vitamins to where your body is most deficient in them first. So for me, being hypothyroid, what happens when you're hypothyroid? My hair always fell out. Like I always had a clump of hair in the shower drain. Steve used to tease me. It looked like a dead cat in there. And my nails were brittle. I used to try and take biotin. I used to eat it like candy, and it never did anything. When I started taking this, guess what? Because that's where my body was most deficient, my hair quit falling out and my nails started growing stronger and faster, okay? We see nothing but incredible hair growth for most people when they start one of these products. In fact, I can't get blonde highlights anymore because my hair grows too fast. It grows out too fast. I can't keep up with it. So that is XFactor. It also contains the New Zealand black currant, okay? It's in both of them. It is a highly, highly powerful antioxidant, and we all need antioxidants. I talked about this when we were talking about BioCleanse. That's the anti-cancer, because cancers and other pathogens cannot survive in a fully oxygenated environment. So you want those antioxidants. This one contains it. So I love original XFactor, okay? Now let's talk about XFactor Plus. They took this vitamin, which is still the absolute best vitamin on the market, and they made it even more powerful, and they added more stuff to it. So, whereas original XFactor has 10 essential vitamins and nutrients, this one has 19, and it has over 50 naturally occurring trace minerals. Excuse me. It's still gluten-free, it's still vegetarian, it's still non-GMO. But they added more of your vitamins and minerals. And it's complete with 100% or more of 19 of them. All right. They also added the proprietary blend that includes a microbiome activating formula, which means they put some of the prebiotics, the grape seed, some of the things in here, which is going to help with your microbiome, all right? It's a very, very high potency vitamin. It contains activating polyphenols for your microbiome. It's clinically proven again. Now, the original XFactor, it's the only vitamin I could ever take on an empty stomach that did not make my tummy hurt. Okay, so this one, I take it in the morning with my Slim, with my BioCleanse, right? This one is so powerful, and it has so many minerals, vitamins, and the polyphenols. You actually want to take it with food. It's probably, you want to take it with food, not only because it's probably going to hurt your tummy, but your body's going to be able to use it better when it's taken with food, because when your body actually begins the digestive process with those stomach acids help to absorb some of the ingredients that's in here better than when those stomach acids aren't active. This XFactor Plus is clinically proven. We love this. We can say, guys, it's clinically proven to help you with menopause. This is huge. It's a game changer for those of us who are going to be going into menopause, who are in menopause, or who have been in menopause and gone over to the other side. You still can benefit from this. It helps you with the night sweats, with the hot flashes, with not being able to sleep. Now, I've had some people say, well, can guys take XFactor Plus? Yeah, they can. Men, women, everyone can take XFactor Plus. But it does have those things in it that it's clinically proven to help with menopause. And that's huge. There's nothing else out there that can say it's clinically proven. It can say, sure, it might help, but no, we can say, no, it does help, it can help, and we have the research to back it up. It also improves your mood, it boosts your metabolism, your energy levels, provides mental clarity and concentration. It helps support healthy blood pressure levels, XFactor Plus, and it supports healthy bones and muscle function. Okay, so this one is a powerhouse. It is great. Let me tell you why I'm on original. Oh, excuse me. Because, and I wish, this is empty. It's an empty bottle. I wish I had it to show you. This is what the original XFactor looks like. I wish I could show you the plus, because it's a little bit bigger and it's green, like dark green. Oh yeah, girl, Sandy, yes, I'm telling you, once you like forget to take it and you start feeling cruddy, do whatever you can to take it. Even Sandy, I'll tell you what you need to do. You got a phone, go into your camera, don't go into your camera. Go into your clock, set an alarm in your clock, set an alarm all day long. Take my XFactor, take my ProBio, take my BioCleanse, take my Slim, because you want to get into that habit. I had to do that when I first started, and I had a sticky note in my kitchen because I was not somebody who ever took supplements, so I was not in the routine of taking them. So let me tell you, I am still on XFactor Plus because I have that autoimmune, I'm on original XFactor because I have that autoimmune disease, and this is too much for me. It's too powerful. It's really such an incredible vitamin that my body, because of the autoimmune disease, can't handle it. This also, guys, is clinically proven. I forgot. We can actually say it. It's clinically proven to reduce feelings of anxiety, and I think I said help with trouble sleeping. So it's incredible. It even helps with night vision. Hello, not just like healthy eyes. It helps with night vision. It supports a healthy thyroid. We can say all of these things about this, right? All of this, again, is in your back office, okay? But I am still taking the original. What I'm going to do, I think, because when all of the new products came out, I tried the new Slim, the new XFactor Plus, the new Vital Biome all at once, and it was too much for me. And I started detoxing. So I backed off. I went back to original XFactor. Once I've get back on several months worth of being on just the Vital Biome and then, just the New Slim, I'm going to slowly introduce this again. You want to take it with a meal. You can split it up. You can take one in the morning, one in the evening. You could take 2 at breakfast. You could take 2 at dinner, however you want to take these, but it's 2 a day. And the other thing, guys, one thing you don't want to do with Plexus, because we're supplements. We're not a prescription. Prescriptions are made to work right away. Supplements are not. Supplements are made to get your body functioning as it was made to function, getting our bodies back to the state in which they were created. So you can't take this for 2 days and say you don't like it and it doesn't work, all right? Same with any of our products. You can't take it for a day and tell me it gave you diarrhea and you don't want to take it anymore. It doesn't work because that's not an accurate indication of the product and it didn't even have time for your body to use it. That's why we have that 6-day money-back guarantee. You really need to give all the products a good 60 days. Now, you take one of them and you're like, man, Amy, I took one of these and my tummy hurt. Okay, let's figure out why. Let's adjust. Let's take it with a meal. Let's take it later in the day. Let's do half a dose, right? Or if you tell me, hey, I took BioCleanse and I had diarrhea. Okay, well, let's adjust. Don't make a rash decision because you tried one of these for 1 or 2 days, even a week, and you don't think it's doing anything, or you think it's not for you, okay? Because these products are for everyone. They're the best of the best. And with all of the clinical studies, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we could tell you it works. I hear people say, well, yeah, it works for everybody, but not me. No, guys, that's not true. That's not how supplements work. So try these products. Try if you are not on this vitamin. And I get it. I used to be one of those people who thought you didn't need vitamins. A lot of doctors, because they're not educated in nutrition, they will tell you, you don't need a vitamin as long as you eat good. Okay? Well, guess what? None of us eat good anymore. I don't care if you're a vegetarian and you're eating salads most of the day. Those salads, like we've talked about, do not have the same nutrition and nutrient content that they did 50 years ago. Just because our modern day Western civilization food supply is not what it was 50 years ago. So everybody needs supplementation, especially those of us, though, who aren't eating homegrown veggies, 3 and 4 times a day that we grow in our own backyard. So XFactor Kids, XFactor Original, and XFactor Plus. A lot of people will ask, like, well, what about if I'm pregnant or nursing? Here's the thing, guys. With all of our products, always check with your doctor, check with your sponsor, post on the team page, ask us a question. I replaced my prenatal with XFactor. I was not pregnant. I was breastfeeding, but I replaced it because this is way better than any prenatal I've ever had. Any prenatal I've taken, the gummies, the ones you get at Walgreens, the ones you get on Amazon, none of them are methylated, okay? Now, if you're pregnant, this is a great prenatal, but you probably also need to add a fish oil like our Mega X that I'll talk about on another day. But when you're pregnant, you need that DHA, right? Now, this one you cannot take in your first trimester. Your doctor will tell you that. If you took this to your doctor, they would tell you not in your first trimester. It's too much vitamin A, okay? So, a couple of things there. And I went back and commented on a couple of the other products we've already done as terms of being pregnant or breastfeeding, whether or not you could take them. So just, always ask your doctor, always ask us, because they are very, very powerful, incredible vitamins and supplements. So I'm going to check real quick. Yes, so you guys, your hair is growing fast. Yes, yep, yeah, that's awesome. It's crazy. It grows crazy, crazy fast. Like I said, I had to quit getting like the blonde highlights. And yeah, you can detox a little with this because like we talked about when I talked about the ProBio and the Vital Biome, even though it's all amazing good stuff, you put all that good stuff in your gut, it's going to start churning up, right? It's going to start churning up the candida, the yeast. It's going to be making it mad. Things are going to happen. When you give your body such a high dose of some incredible vitamins, you might detox a little bit. So I went back to the original. I'm certainly going to do this again. My husband loves this. He actually takes 2 of these on an empty stomach. He just takes them all in the morning and he's fine. But this is incredible. So many of my friends, guys, not having their hot flashes anymore, especially a lot of women my age have already had hysterectomies. They're going to have hysterectomies. So many women with this and the triplex have gotten off of their synthetic hormones. Their doctor has pulled them off because, you know, those aren't good for us anyway. So a lot of times doctors even hesitate to put women on them, but their hormone levels improve once they're on our products. So they can be taken off some of those additional synthetic hormones. So yeah, definitely guys, check these out. Ask me any questions. So thanks for hanging out on day 5. We talked about the XFactor family. Remember, this is the 12 days of Plexus. So we've got, 11 more days to go. If you watch all the videos and you comment on all of them, at the end of the 12 days of Plexus, Steve and I are going to draw names and we're going to give away one of every product. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be back on here sometime for day 6. Bye, guys.